Hello friends and welcome back. This lecture is in continuation with your lecture series of Strength of Material Lab. In the last practical we discussed about the stiffness of a spring, and I hope you have studied well and you have not any problem with that. And today we are going to discuss a very important practical which is related to the material event. Correct. In this practical we are going to discuss about that how we can measure the hardness of a product or a material. Like we are having two types of material available, whether it is a ductile material or a brittle material. Ductile material is having strength and toughness, but brittle materials are hard material. Correct. And how do we can measure the hardness of that material? Correct. So for that thing we are having different type of scales, and like we are Vickers test, the Brinell test, the Rockwell test. Correct. In this specific practical we are going to discuss about the Brinell hardness test and how we can find out the Brinell hardness number. Through what are the calculations we can find out the Brinell hardness number, and depending upon the Brinell hardness number, that how we can verify it is a hard material or a soft material. Correct. So this is on the right side the image. You can see that this is the Brinell hardness testing machine. What we are going, this is the machine which is required. This is called the anvil. This is the anvil on which you are going to place your sample material of which you have to measure the hardness. Correct. This is the lever through which you are putting the load onto the material. We are using a ball indenter, which you can see over here. This is a ball indenter. Correct. This ball indenter is to be fixed inside the jaw upon this, and which when you are applying the load through this load lever, this ball indenter will press the material and gives an impression onto the material. This is the measuring device which measures that how much ball indenter has got into the sample material. Then there is a profile projector. Correct. This profile projector through which you can see that how much the ball indenter have created the impression. This is a ball, so it is having a diameter. So how much diameter of impression have been made onto the surface of the material. This can be watched through or measured through this profile projector, through which you can see it here. Correct. Physically, practically you can see it here. Clear. So what is the procedure to do it? So what we need to do, place the specimen securely upon the anvil. This is the, let's suppose this is the base surface is your anvil on which you are putting your this is a specimen on which you are putting your material, sample material. Then elevate the specimen so that it came in contact with the penetrate and put the specimen under a preliminary or minor load. This is the ball indenter which is fixed into your jaw. When the specimen is placed, you need to keep it in touch. You need to keep it in touch with your specimen. Correct. So when this specimen and the ball gets in touch, then you can apply the major load by the loading lever. This is your load lever or the loading lever on which when you press it, correct, the whole load will be putting onto the impression, pressing onto the surface of the material. Correct. This would happen. Indentation of the indenter with the test load F. So F force is applied. Then after the watch the pointer until it comes to rest. It means this pointer. Correct. When you put on the load, this pointer will rotate. Correct. And after certain time the pointer will come to approximately at rest. Correct. So at that time you need to stop the load and then you have to remove the load. Correct. After removing the load, then you would find out that there is an impression onto the surface of the sample material. Correct. This is the diameter of the ball indenter D, and this impression diameter we call it as a smaller d. Correct. This is called indentation. Correct. Fine. So if I talk about the indenter, there are many indenters are available. Point indenter. This is a ball indenter. We are having a point indenter. We are having a diamond indenter. Correct. So there are, but in this specific experiment we are going to use the ball indenter, and this is all calculations are related to the ball indenter. Fine. Then what is this? Is the observation table. This is the observation table through which you can calculate the Brinell hardness number. This is a sample formula for that. As you can see, this is the practical is happening in this image, that force is applied and the ball is in touch with the material. That you can see over here. The impression have been made over here. This impression is having a diameter D, which is called a smaller d. Correct. So 2P, I have given the value of the applied force. P is the applied force. At what force we are applying the indenter onto the surface of the material. So that is called your P, load. correct? D is the diameter of indenter. I am considering it as a 10 mm. So your capital D would be 10 mm. Then this smaller d is the diameter of indentation. Diameter of indentation means the impression diameter. After removing the load, this diameter is called impression. The diameter of this impression is called smaller d. Correct? I would take it as a 5 mm. Correct? So once you fill all the values inside here, correct, in this formula, you will get a BHN number. Correct? So once you calculate the BHN number, that will be your final Brinell hardness number. So what is the function of this Brinell hardness number? So this is find out that as the diameter of this indentation would get increased, correct? It is a denominator. If it would get increased, then the Brinell hardness number will get decreased. It means if this diameter would increase, it means what? Means your indentation, your ball is getting more into the surface of the material, correct? It means your material is less hardened or a softer material. If the diameter would get increased or reduced, means decreased, then Brinell hardness number will get increased. It means the hardness of material is more, correct? So it is depending purely upon the indentation diameter, because D is constant, your applied force is constant, that you know, and pi is also a constant, and only depending thing is D, smaller d, which is called indentation diameter. So if your material is hardened, the diameter would be less. If your material is softer, the diameter would be more, correct? Depending upon that, your BHN number would get varied. Clear? So this is all about today's 9th practical, and if you wanted to see the previous practical, you must subscribe this channel, Tiny Steps, and if you wanted to see the further lectures, you must subscribe this and share it with your friend. Thank you and take care.